standing there, that you're standing on the Via Praetoria, right there, in front of the offices building. Yeah? Okay, I want to show you something in this little cellar. Please follow me. Please come in. Please. Yeah. All right, I'll show you something really spectacular. Is everybody able to see it also from the back? Yeah? Okay. I want to talk to you about this wall. Yeah. By the way, we are in a cellar. These cellars are made in the Middle Ages, and nothing spectacular. It was made for storage of wine and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I want to talk to you about this wall. It was plastered, as you can see, and we tried to remove the plaster, which was not so easy. But when you go down with your eyes, then there is something you see changing. What's that?
It gets like smooth, I'm pretty sure. If it like from holes in it.
Yeah, there are holes in it, but that is not exactly what I mean. If you have a close look, you can see that here are bricks, yeah? And then you go down, 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 and then the stones change. Yeah? Here you see another kind of stone. It is the stones that the Romans used for building the castle. It is tuff stone. I will explain to you later on. But you're looking at the outside wall of the Roman castle here. And if you have a look through the hole over there, then you can see it even better. Ladies and gentlemen, the message is the whole castle is still there. And we think that is quite spectacular. Yeah. And why? Because it's the only one in at least the Netherlands. Yeah?
Where did they get the stones?
They got the stones from Germany. I'll explain to you later on. But they came from Germany. It was tuff stone, and they were imported by boat over the River Rhine. And because tuff stone is so light, they could import it in large quantities. Yeah, with no tariff walls, by the way. So you can have really. You're looking at the Roman outside wall, and if you have a look through this hole, you can see it even better. And it is very spectacular because if you go 5 meters that way, and it is not open for the public yet, there is a Roman wall still standing 8 meters long, and that is very spectacular, really. Yeah. So why couldn't we excavate it? Because a medieval town is built on top of it. Yeah. All the other castles were broken down and the stones were used for the early churches in the Middle Ages. Yeah. So if you walk through the Dom, it's very well possible that you see here and there some tough stones, and then you know that is the stones from a castle nearby. Yeah, not this one. If you have a close look at this picture, then you can see that the Dom Square and the Roman Castellum is a perfect match. And we are here at the orange dots. Yeah. And then people ask me, these walls, were they strong enough? Yeah. And the answer is yes. And why is that? Because they built it like this. They built 2 rows of tuff stone, and in the middle they put this stuff that we are got used to call concrete. Yeah. Concrete. I don't know if you know, but the Romans were the inventors of concrete. Actually, they didn't know themselves. The only thing they knew is that they found something that became very hard. And the interesting thing is that it is the perfect, how do you call that? What they put together was in perfect shape. You know, it was exactly as it should be. There was no rot. Yeah, because nowadays we have problems sometimes with concrete and rottings and so on. But the Romans had no problems with that. Yeah. And so yes, these walls became very strong. If you go to Rome and you go there and see the Colosseum, for instance, then you should remember that the only reason that it is still standing is because it is made out of concrete. Yeah. And the inside of the Colosseum is concrete. If you go to the Pantheon in Rome, the big dome, maybe you've seen it one day, it's only still there because it was made of concrete. The Domus Aurea, the Palace of Nero, the people really wanted to get rid of it, but it was impossible. And therefore they put a big hill on top of it. and the bathhouse on top of it and everything on top of it, but the palace is still there in the ground. The Domus Aurea in Rome, go there, it is beautiful to see. It is made of concrete. Yeah, it's interesting. So let's go back to it. Here I can show you, this is the stone they used for the, you see?
So this is from the last day. This must be
Eiffel.
Oh,
The Eiffel.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a volcanic from origin. Yeah.
That's very cool.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, you can pass it through and you can feel it is very light. Yeah. And they also transported it in large quantities to Rome itself because it is very nice to work with. It's not only light, but you can make everything out of it. And the funny thing is that because we had no stones. If you find stones like that in the Netherlands, then we have to take care because then probably it has to do with the Romans. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's go to the next phase.
Why did they not build a dike out there?
Because they didn't know dikes, and they did it nowhere. It's very strange, but it is true.
So they put up with floodings all the time.
And especially here in the Delta, it's the biggest.